Today I am here to talk about a very serious subject that I have very serious feelings about. Hi YouTube, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ricky, or I go by hailiiz, and I am a digital artist. Here's some of my stuff. Today we're going to be going over how to get your art style as an artist. Now, I feel like I finally reached a point in my life where I have, you know, a style that I constantly reproduce. So I feel like I can make a video about this. I made one before and it was basically a rant, and that's what today's going to be. Because I'm still getting the same question, and so I figured I'd make a new video. For starters, I know this is like a very haphazard way for me to record. It's kind of crooked. I'm clearly standing. I'm really hyped up about this subject because I feel like it's really important for young artists, like baby artists, to know. And that could be older people, but I'm talking baby artists, okay? Because I get this question all the time, and it's a fair question until you hear the answer, and then you really have to consider this. Okay. So before we get into today's video, as always, we're gonna give a shout out to the comment of the week. The comment of the week goes out to my lovely friend Tracy, and she made a comment. She said, I'm looking down because it's on my computer screen, and this is just a very chaotic video. Very clever using a skull image as a reference. Your process vids are always so satisfying to watch. 1, thank you for commenting. It really helps a lot on YouTube. 2, yes, last video I definitely used a skull image to see what I did wrong. Still couldn't figure it out, but I always recommend plopping that skull on top of your image and trying to suss out what's wrong with it. And studying skulls in general is really great for anatomy, so thank you for making that comment. Thanks for pointing it out. So as we get into today's video, I will be sharing the process of my new drawing. It is for a mermaid, so it's a mermaid. I love her and I'm really proud of her. If you like her, she will be the Patreon print for August. She'll be the Patreon print for August. So please be sure to check out my Patreon. Patreon, if I can reach 1,000 patrons, I'm a long way from there, guys. A long way, but I'm really thankful for the ones that I do have. But one day, hopefully, if I keep going, that's how I can become a full-time artist, because I'm not currently. So while we're going over this process video, I really want to talk to you guys about how to get your style. So I'll stop recording myself now. I'm feeling pretty aggressive about this subject, so I'm just going to talk over the process video. Hopefully it entertains you while I rant, and hopefully you also learn something. So let's get into it. Just kidding. Before we get actually into the process video and the tips on finding your style, I just wanted to give a shout out to my Etsy shop. Now, before you leave, check out these videos, because this is going to be a super small drop on my Etsy for my 25th birthday. Some of you may know I had a really bad birthday last year, ended up in the emergency room, so I'm determined to have a really good one this year. So I will be having all of these products available on my Etsy shop only for 24 hours starting June 6th at 10 a.m. CDC. CDT, 10 a.m. CDT, June 6th. Okay, not the CDC. We don't need the CDC joining us for the Etsy drop. I will only be having 5 of each item available on my Etsy shop. I doubt I'll sell out. I'm definitely not at that level of artistry, but if you are interested in any of these prints or stickers, please be sure to check out my Etsy shop. It's hailiiz Co on Etsy. So now we'll actually get into the process video, I promise. So as I said, today I'm going to be talking about how to find your style, and I think this topic is, again, really important for baby artists. So the reason why I'm so passionate about this is because I was lucky enough to not really obsess over it, and sadly I see a lot of baby artists especially obsessing over this. Now, having a style is important. It is. But in my opinion, you don't seek it out, it finds you. And I think that's what a lot of young artists don't understand, is that, you know, the way that you gain a style is simply with consistency. So I have been creating for a long time. I started teaching myself through process videos, which is why I actually share process videos here on YouTube. And I've never taken a class, and I was lucky enough to still be a small enough artist during a smaller time on Instagram where finding your style wasn't such a hectic task that a lot of people seem really fixated on. So I simply just kept creating. And maybe this is why I have this opinion, but I do feel like it is accurate. So here's a couple things I have to say about it. 1, your style finds you. It finds you, okay? One step at a time. You have to trust the process. Consistency is key. The more and more you draw, you are going to start drawing everything in the same way. So if you're like, hey, I'm going to draw a face today, tomorrow you might draw it different. But for me, I draw so consistently and I know what I like to draw that now all of my art seems to look similar, and that is my style. I didn't do it on purpose. I just like drawing that way, and that's how it occurred. Now, a couple of notes about style. There's definitely like just a very saturated world of artists out there, and you might have a similar style to another artist. Don't copy a style. That is very much a thing. I've definitely seen copying of other styles where you actually question if it's the other artist, and that's where it can get a little scary. So it's something to consider. And one of my favorite things I ever heard was steal like an artist. What I mean when I say that is I have a good handful of artists that I love. I love. I love Loesch, I love Cyrene, I love AMSBTT. I love Greetsy. Just so many artists, you guys. So many. And after studying them, watching process videos, obsessing over their art, Charlie Bowater, she's another good one. That is how I learned what I love. And I feel like the way that you can become an artist, consistently create, be able to take commissions and do all of those things is because you're doing what you love. You aren't going out and being like, hey, I want this kind of style, I'm gonna do it. Now, it is important also to think about the fact, hey, I want to create comics. But again, with comics, it can be such a wide range. Look at the difference between like Piccolo, who creates wonderful comics, and Lore Olympus. Okay, very different styles. One is technically a webtoon, but in my mind, it's all comics, and it's all got this beautiful storyboard and artistry, and it's very, very different. So hopefully they're doing what they love, because those are also two of my favorite artists. And I don't know, maybe they did sit down and be like, hey, these are some things that I want. But I feel like when it comes to your style, they probably weren't like, I want to draw just like that. They were probably like, I want my art to make you feel something. I want to make sure my art has a lot of depth to it. I want to have, those thick black lines, but that doesn't actually mean anything, There's many artists, for example, who do very thick black lined comic art, but they're all very distinctly different. So what I'm trying to say, I know this is quite the rant, is steal like an artist. You know what? This artist really draws eyeliner. So cool. I'm gonna try that. Not my thing. How about this artist? Cool. Oh, this artist draws ears like this. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm so passionate about this topic because I get asked it so much. And I really just want to hug all the baby artists and be like, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Just draw. Just practice. And I'm sure a lot of baby artists really hate that tip. Oh, just practice. But it's a top-notch tip. The only reason that I am able to create at the level that I am at today is because I have been creating consistently. I mean, to a dangerous level, I might say. Before COVID, I was missing some family events and I was holding up, and it's good to find the happy medium, but my art grew because I drew consistently. Now, as usual, I'd like to friendly remind everybody to make sure you drink your water and you take care of yourself because, for example, sleep is productive towards better productivity, and I say that all the time. But drawing every day just for a little bit, or at least a good few times a week, you only grow. And I feel like that's something a lot of artists don't understand. I have been lucky enough to be able to stream on TikTok, and it's been really, really great and motivational, and everyone is very, very sweet. But I often get the question, how did you find your style? And that's why this video is coming out today, because I want artists to know that you don't find it. You don't. You just draw what you love, and eventually someone might be like, hey, that's hailiiz's art. I can tell by her style. I know that's really cheesy, but I just want artists to take a breather. Now, I'm gonna take a tip from one of my favorite YouTubers. His name is Ethan Becker, and I'm actually gonna be tagging his video that he recently posted called 4 Quick Steps to Find Your Art Style. And he says always compare yourself to other artists. And I didn't used to think that way, and I definitely don't think you always should. Like, you're no less than them, but at the same time, growing as an artist and studying other artists is a very simple way to grow. So study other artists, watch process videos, watch tutorials, just keep drawing, you guys, and don't stress about your style, because your style will just magically occur when you draw all the time. It's just, for me, that's just fact, you know? So I know this video is ranty, I know this video is chaotic, but thank you for watching it if you did make it all the way through. Thanks for watching this process video if you happen to watch and not just listen. This is a painting I'm very, very proud of. And yeah, I really hope everybody's having a great day, and I hope you take a breather, you sit down, and you draw for you, and don't worry about your style. I will see you in the next one. I hope you have a great day. Bye!